Coming up on Game Changers with Déjà Vu. She's a nationally syndicated media personality with Duval roots. From Jacksonville to the Big Apple, how she's made it in this city that never sleeps. Rising in the ranks, now the announcer and fill-in host for Live with Kelly and Mark.
What I want to tell people is that what may look like an overnight success is a success that's been practiced for hours and hours.
What's next for the Paxson grad? This is Game Changers, Conversations with Keitha Nelson.
Welcome home, Déjà. You're back in Jacksonville. Uh-oh, sounds good. Sounds like you're a native, right?
Of course, of course.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
Pretty good.
Yes.
She's coming from New York, folks. New York. Fancy
New York, but
girl.
there's nothing like being home in my hometown.
Yes.
Now, there's so many changes that have taken place. I mean, all the buildings, all the different things, but it's just amazing. You have the family vibe. It's all love once you're rolling back down 95.
I know you're not big on dates, but when did you leave about? Can you give us a...
I left about in the late 90s.
Okay.
And then I have been moving all around doing radio and now TV all across the country.
Yeah, and now you are big time in New York on Kelly and Mark. This is a huge deal. So let me tell you, I just happened to see you one day on there and I say, wait a minute, is that Déjà Vu? Oh my word.
Yes.
We are so proud of you.
Thank you.
I mean, to have made it to that point. How does it feel for you? We actually have a clip of your first day on the show. Now this is when it was Kelly and Ryan.
Yes.
How was that for you?
It was amazing. And of course, to work with Ryan, he is the consummate broadcast professional.
Yes.
This guy knows everything backwards and forwards. And it was great learning from him. And of course, Kelly, they're just all have been so welcoming and allowing me to spread my wings, even co-hosting and filling in for them when they're out. So it's just really cool.
That is huge. Now, I want you to be just as patient and kind with me in this kitchen. This is not my thing.
Of course.
You're going to make guacamole with us. So tell us about that. Now, your ingredients are a little odd. You want jalapenos in there and garlic? What's that about?
Yes, I mean, it adds a little spicy flavor to it. It gives it a little kick.
Okay.
So that's what I like. Okay, you want to start, of course, with your
avocado.
Your avocado.
I'm going to let you chop that up. Like, I did most of the chopping for you. I mean, we have the cilantro. I mean, these are onions. Cilantro I did as well.
Come on, Keitha.
I know. I did a little something.
You did it.
I know, on your fancy Mark and Kelly, you have to do those things.
Get out of here. Do you have a spoon? Can I use a spoon?
Yes, you can. We do have a spoon. So while you do that, I do want to talk about, all that you have been up to, because it's not just about being, the Déjà Vu. You are all about giving back to whatever community you're in. I know this because I'm going to give you guys a little inside scoop. Way back when, we're not going to go too far back. I actually interned with her when I was in college, interned with Déjà, and you've always been so warm and welcoming. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
But you also taught me the importance of giving back. So let's talk about that.
Absolutely. So it's a part of just my purpose and my principles, just to be able to give back to those who are on their way up. I've had people who helped me, from teachers to professors to community organizers, who helped me when I was getting my broadcast career off the ground, and even when I was in high school. I learned the importance of giving back to those who are a little less fortunate, even those who just might be needing some help. And so that's been a model of what I wanted to do as far as my purpose. So I said, when I have this platform as a broadcaster, I want to make sure that I'm not just out here saying, hey, I got your next jam. Hey, here are your free tickets. But let's do something for the community. Let's give some scholarships back. Let's be able to volunteer with whichever city I was in. So I bounced around from Richmond, Virginia to Birmingham to all these other places, St. Louis, and each unit I would get my group, my youth group, the Flavor unit, and my teens are now grown. Some of them are like epidemiologists, doctors, and some have even started their own community organizations.
Wow,
so
that's got to feel good.
It feels like, okay, I'm not just existing, I'm participating and I'm giving back and making an impact.
Which is so important. So Déjà, we mentioned Kelly and Mark. She's also has a radio show on WBLS.
Yes.
As well as
a syndicated show through ABC Audio.
Syndicated. Did you catch that?
Syndicated. We want to make sure we say that because it's a national thing.
Right.
And you can get it. Ask your people, hey, can I have the Déjà Vu show here? And I'll be glad to be out there and broadcasting. We'll act crazy on the air and have fun, give away tickets, but then we also do our community. And I make that like a part of the show as well. So I'll feature a local broadcaster or someone, a community leader that's doing something in the community, and we want to shout that out on the air as well. So it's fun.
Now, I remember when we met in New York, you were saying you just started in there actually.
I was just starting.
And becoming a game changer was important to you. You really did shake things up and change the game.
Yes.
Yes.
It was important to me then because I was new. I'm from the, hey y'all, I'm from the South. It's deja vu. But you know, people were like, oh, this is New York. This is the big time. How are you going to fit in? But I found that people are people. Remember that old Depeche Mode song, People Are People? I'm sorry, radio.
No, I don't.
Songs just float in my head. At any rate, wherever you go, you're going to find a connection because people have shared experiences.
Right.
We know what it's like to love, to lose, to be excited, to be sad, and you hit on those notes and then you can't go wrong.
Yeah.
And that's how you begin to submit yourself and make that impact in whatever community you're in.
I don't even think I need to mention this. I think people can see it, feel it. She's also a motivational speaker.
Oh my gosh, I am.
That is a big part of who you are.
It
Not just a speaker, but it's what you do. You're a life coach as well, obviously.
I think
she does everything.
I don't know, but it's all synergistic. It
Yeah.
all runs in together with what my mission is. So yes, like again, I play the music. I say we're gonna dance through life like it's your favorite song.
Yes.
So whatever
Ooh,
song
I like
that's
that.
yours, we're gonna jam to it, and whenever life goes wrong or whatever, or some hard times come, let's dance through this. Let's talk about our song. Yes, we're gonna sometimes cry because they're sad songs too.
Yeah.
Put on Sade, anybody? But no, but we want to make sure that we are building each other up. And so when we have those situations, I like to do that on the air. I talk to people, hey, you know, in life there are going to be hardships, but let's see what we can do. How can we make the most of it? How can we find the good in whatever situation is going on?
Because it's there. We just have to search a little harder.
We have to search harder.
So we cut up our avocados. You're adding cilantro now. All of that? All of
Listen,
that? That's a lot.
Okay, well, normally I would have a few more avocados, but I'm going to give you half. I don't want to overpower, but I love cilantro. I love lime.
Okay.
And
no, that's jalapeno, so you kept it a little light on that. Okay,
yes.
okay.
And the onions. Now listen, this is not the thing to be around someone you're just on the first date. Okay. Because your breath is going to be, I'm sorry, this is the real deal. The breath is going to be like a little tart.
A little hot, a little
but it might be something for you to talk about. Hey guys, you remember that first date we had and our breath was like this? I'm just saying. But you mix it all together.
That's not
and then we're gonna put in some garlic for a little additional
Now, I didn't chop the garlic. That needs to be minced though, right? Are you gonna be able to
you're gonna
do
mince the garlic.
Okay.
Now, I'm not keeping a clean area over here,
I
but
think
that's
it's okay. We're gonna work this out.
Okay.
Deja, you know what? I have to say, you have a saying that I love. You never know what you can do until you actually try.
And that's not mine.
Oh,
I got
who'd
that
you swipe it from?
I swiped it. Rest in peace to my 8th grade teacher, Mr. Franklin Smith.
8th grade here in Jacksonville.
Here in Jacksonville. He taught me
at what school?
Paxson Junior High School. This is when it was junior, not middle.
Wow.
And then he went on to go to Rains. He did great things, but he had this saying that he taught us back in 8th grade.
Yeah.
You never know what you can do until you try. So you know what? I'm going to get out here and try. I might not be the best at it. I might fail.
Yeah.
But I might actually be kind of good at something. So I'm going to get out here. I'm going to try it. Guys, I'm going to try and dice this without chopping my fingers off.
Please don't.
Don't judge me. I am not.
You don't have insurance to do. You know, here's the thing, though, and I'm glad you said that. So obviously, Deja's a Jacksonville native. She made it. She actually made it at NYC. A lot of folks dream and aspire to do that. You actually.
Okay, sorry.
You actually did. So I'm hoping you could speak to those who aspire to make it in the big leagues.
Okay. What I want to tell people is that what may look like an overnight success is a success that's been practiced for hours and hours. What is it? Malcolm Gladwell has this thing about the 10,000 hour theory. Have you heard of it? You become excellent at things after 10,000 hours. Michael Jordan put in work. He didn't just become excellent after he got on the Chicago Bulls. He'd already been practicing in his driveway. He'd already been turned down. He'd already been pushed over, but he kept going back out there, making that shot, shooting that shot. And we find that we want to have this overnight success. And a lot of times it's not overnight. Keitha, you know that.
That's not how it works.
That's not how it works. It may appear that way, but what we have put in is the sacrifice, the time. Okay, I'm not going to go out with my girls now. I'm going to work on my broadcasting. I'm not going to do this. You know what? I'm going to do this particular pitch for somebody. And you're working and grinding on that, and that's how you begin to make it. And not only that, find someone who's where you want to be.
Yes.
And get that
mentorship.
Mentor.
Yes,
Come on.
it's very important.
It's so important, and not just a mentor that you meet all the time. It could be a mentor from afar, like Oprah. She's my fairy godmother. No, she's my mentor from afar. So here's the deal. I watch Oprah. I see how she moves. I'm watching some of these other business women, and I see what they're doing out there. Oh, I like the way she did this. Oh, they're investing in that. Let me see if I can learn to do that in my way.
Right.
And then they are showing me the way just by being who they are.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know, hustle her is one of your things, and you really are a hustle. Let me tell you. So Deja's thing is, and a lot of people will tell you you this. You don't want to just invest all of your time and energy in one thing. When I tell you she's a multitasker, and it's always been that way, let's speak to the importance of that.
This looks a little crazy now. I'm multitasking with this guacamole is crazy.
The lime,
but no, I
wait, did we miss anything new? Oh, you added the
the garlic.
Okay, there we go. Okay.
I tried to dice it. It might be a little chunky. We're going to call this the chunky edition.
Okay. Who's trying this, by the way? Who in the studio is going to try this?
I'm going to try it.
Her niece is here. She's so adorable.
Hi, baby Casey. My mom, my sister.
Yes.
But no, I think the importance of having multiple hustles, because in this industry, well, all industries now, we're seeing a shift in our economy.
Yes.
We're seeing a shift in technology. It's just like the industrial age is what we're seeing now. We're in that version of it. So we have AI. We have all these new methodologies that may at first seem a bit intimidating. But once we get it and learn it, then we can hustle with it and say, hey, I can expand from my radio. I can now do podcasts. I can now do a web series. I can now do other things on TV. So you have those other branches, extensions of what your main core values and your purpose is, and you continue to grow with it. And don't be intimidated by it. That's the thing I have to tell myself too, because sometimes you're like, oh my gosh, what's going to happen? But you know, you're like, hey, this actually helps me be more efficient. This helps me work better. So maybe I can embrace this, learn it, and then make a couple, $2, $3 off of it.
That's important too. They're not about that money. Now, you know, I'm glad you said that, because AI initially it scares a lot of us, right? I feel like it's moving very quickly, more so than some can get a handle on.
Yes.
But you're saying embrace it. Get ahead of it if you can.
Yes. Well, even for people who are, especially those who might be people of a certain age, who may be a little more seasoned, you know, the seasoning that we have. I say go ahead and learn it, because it's not going anywhere. It's only going to get further developed. And if we don't jump on the bandwagon now, we won't be able to ride the wave.
Yes.
We'll come crashing down, but we want to coast. We want to be like we're out there in Hawaii. I want to be out there riding the waves with this, so I know what's going on.
Yeah.
So I can say, hey, listen, I have this AI generative bot right here. I have this AI persona that's doing this for me and helping me streamline some of my products and still be able to make the impact and enjoy life.
Embrace the change and enjoy life. Now, I know you are enjoying life, and I'm about to go there. There's someone you call Hubbyish.
Hi, Hubbyish.
Can we get a little private really quick? Because I remember you in New York saying there are no men out here. There's no one. What am I going to do?
Listen, and that was then. Now, I heard there's crazy stuff going on for singlehood right now. But no, I met him. Get this. Okay, so for everybody who's looking, I met him on a blind date, Keitha.
Okay.
Blind date. I called him BDG for the longest. Blind date guy. Blind date guy. I'm going to hang out with blind date guy. We went out. We would become friends. We double date.
Right.
We do things, but we weren't serious at that moment.
Yeah.
And it just took time, and we got together, and we're like, you know what? I kind of like you.
This
He's
is
like, I
gonna
kind of like you. And years later, here we are.
He became Hubbyish.
He became Hubbyish.
I absolutely love it.
Hubbyish.
I'm not singing that, Déjà. I'm not doing it.
You can call your man Hubbyish.
I will not. Reggie, my husband, be like, girl, stop. And I won't. But you know what? I would like to play a game with you. Oh, by the way, we're finished, it looks like,
we're
right?
We're finished.
Okay,
this
that
is
took like 2
product.
seconds. Déjà, the point is for me to learn something
everything.
new. Oh, did you put this? What is this?
I sprinkled a little bit of cayenne pepper.
Okay.
You have the jalapeno, you have the cayenne, and then to your taste, you can squeeze in lime. Now, I always add extra lime. I always add extra cilantro as well. Those are my little tips.
Okay.
And then I take my scoop.
Okay.
And I take a little bite. Can I scoop now?
Sure. Well,
or should I wait?
You want to mess up your lipstick? Okay. Let's chit chat for a little bit.
We'll chit chat, and then I'm going to scoop.
No, I want your niece to try it, if that's okay. When we get there. Look.
When we get there.
Look, we're going to play a game first, okay?
Okay.
Okay. It's we listen and we don't judge. It's a challenge going on right now on social media. Some of you know it, some of you don't. If you don't, you're about to learn. You're going to play?
I guess.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, name of the game is, say it with me,
we listen
and we don't judge. Okay. So you want me to start?
Yes, I like to hear
We
yours.
could start with broke days in broadcasting, okay? I'm going to go back to Biloxi, Mississippi.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. One of my first reporting jobs. So broke, folks. I used to have peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Don't say wow, because 1, 2, 3, we listen.
Oh, we listen and we don't judge.
Exactly.
You know what? But I like peanut butter and jelly. Crunchy.
But not for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
I mean, I get it.
You have any broke days stories?
Broke days
Back in the day when she was broke, because things done changed.
Listen, and I'm trying to get to my Ryan Seacrest. Hey, Ryan, I'm trying to get to my Ryan Seacrest level. No, I have days when I was just like working. Those are my broke day stories. But I have a crazy embarrassing story. So
oh,
listen,
please do.
Okay, don't judge. Okay. When I first moved to New York, I have all these bags. My mom had bought me this long coat. She's like, you need to be warm. You know, we're from the South. We don't know how to deal with that cold winter. Yeah. So I'm walking and I have all this stuff. I'm in Times Square on 42nd Street.
Woo!
It's snowing. I'm like, yes, I'm on my way. And I fall flat on my butt right in Times Square. Lord have mercy. And you know, people aren't going to help you. They're just walking by and it's like,
kind of like, get up.
Yes, but it's always me outside. Something else happened outside. Listen, do not judge.
Oh yeah, we listen, we don't judge. Go ahead.
I went to the gym. I was like, oh, let me go and get these little leggings to wear after I work out or whatever. So I'm wearing. I was like, okay, these are cute, but they're kind of thin. So I'm walking down the street. Guys, they weren't leggings. They were actually like pantyhose. My whole bottom is showing. In Soho, I'm like, Lord, what is going on? Why me? Like, seriously, and I'm just all out here.
We listen and we don't judge. Okay.
Okay, I'm just saying.
I don't have any that good. I can't top it. I will make a confession, though.
Okay.
The kids, the twins, they're 5, and you know, they tend to lose teeth every 5 seconds. You know, Tooth Fairy, and sometimes Tooth Fairy doesn't keep up. Who keeps cash on them these days?
Mom!
So they don't watch. They'll be fine. I recently went into Trace Piggy Bank, took out money, and put it under the pillow.
So you took and gave him the same money that he had already.
Hey! No, we listen, we don't judge.
You better cash out that baby something. Tell him something for the future.
Deja, we're going to move on. Okay.
We'll move on.
You said you wanted to try your scoop.
I want to try.
Can we bring in niece? Is that okay?
Casey, do you want to try? Casey's not a good. She likes scoops and oatmeal.
Oh, okay.
She has a different kind of palate, which I think is really cool and creative.
Oh.
Casey, do you want to try some guacamole?
Come on, Casey. She's so sweet. Okay. Maybe we'll get her in later. I'll at least put a picture up here. We're going to get to see cute little Casey. Go ahead. You go ahead and try.
Okay, I'm going to take my scoop. And this is what you do. You're Netflix and chilling. You're watching Game Changers or whatever, and then you take it and you bite.
You're going to tell me how to make the scoop? That was a big old bite there. Okay. So I have this, I normally don't eat on camera, but you know, you went through all this work, so I'm going to go ahead and try it. Even though I think you put too much jalapenos in there, too many. We'll see.
No, it's not even that spicy. It probably needs more, and it needs some more lime. No, you know what? No, you froze mid-chew. She froze mid-chew, guys.
It needs some more something.
I'm not mad at it. No, it needs some more lime.
Okay. But hey, we taste and we don't judge, right? It's fine. It's fine. So Deja, tell us about any of your new ventures that you've been at, because I know, like I said, you hustle, you do a lot. So what's new?
What's new for this year? I'm still chewing. I'm still processing.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What's new? This year I am working on an actual women's event.
Okay.
I have not had the best luck in these events, but I'm going to keep trying.
Okay, tell me about that.
I want to do something for the women, like I said, of a certain age who are trying to find where they are right now in life. So they've had their success. But what do you do now? I am 30 and holding, wink, wink. What do I do now? I've had this professional thing. Where do I go? Am I changing my career? Am I going to open myself up to talk about retirement things? Because this is stuff that we don't really discuss.
Right.
You know, now a lot of folks are talking about menopause and all that. We need to talk about retirement and stocks and what does that look like? Because you see more and more people younger in their 40s who are setting up for success in retirement.
Right.
And even shifting careers. So I want to do something that's focused on that and letting people know that you can do whatever you want to at any age. Your dreams have no expiration date. And I think sometimes we get caught up in life and we forget about it. I'm going to school, paying the bills, I'm working with the kids, going to school, paying bills, working with the kids. What about me? Where do I go from here? Because I still have more in me. And so I think that's where I'm focusing right now, and we're going to talk about the gifts that you've been given and how to use them.
I absolutely love that. It's so important for all of us to hear that as well. What's the next step? I think a lot of folks, especially in the new year, right? A new year comes, you have hopes and aspirations for the year. What am I going to do next?
Right.
And like I said, you do life coaching. How can folks get in touch with you to get some help with that? Do you reach out? I mean, can folks reach out to you?
You can reach out to me, slide into the DMs nicely. Talk nice to me. Talk to me. What do I say? Talk to me nice. At official Deja Vu show, at Deja Vu Speaks, and we're going to be launching the site really soon too, so you can look out for me at DejaVuSpeaks.com. It'll be something new.
Yeah, Deja, love you. I don't know about your guac, but thank you so much for coming. I appreciate it.
Shane. I love her. I'm so proud of you. Can we just talk about Keitha?
Sure, why
not? Who was there at the radio station. She would answer the calls for me, and she would say, hey, so-and-so has a request, and now look at you, anchoring and doing amazing things. I am so doggone proud of you.
We're proud of you, Déjà, and we appreciate you coming back home to Duval. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't.
You gotta get it.
Okay. Deep inside. 1, 2, 3. Go. Duval. There we go. You got it. Thanks, Dave.
Thank you.